Did that guy just say revenge is a dish best served cold?
The Revengers. Everyone else called them the Revengers.
What it do, Revenger crew? What is the haps on the craps, man? Listen, if this is your first time visiting the channel, we are more than thrilled to have you here. My name is Bo, one of the hosts on this channel, and if you want to holler at me about any kind of reactions, hit me up on Instagram at Merrill Productions. That's MERRILL Productions. You can also catch me on Twitter at Merrill Product 1. Man, we got something for you right now. So, if you haven't heard of the Kid Laroi, dude is pretty dope. I've only heard 2 songs from him, including this one here, and wow, he teams up with the ONEFOUR homies. They got a slapper in this joint right here. It was like that. It's dope. So this is the inside out beat by beat. I've never seen this before, but I watched a little bit of it, and it seems like this is breaking down how the song came together. So I'm really hyped to see this. Also, happy holidays and Merry Christmas. This is Christmas Eve. I'm recording this, and I hope you with your families. I hope you're safe, man, and I hope you're staying COVID-free out there, all right? Without further ado, let's quit the yapping and get the snapping. This is ONEFOUR, the Kid Laroi, My City.
Good for the kid that came from Australia and put everybody from his area on and became not just the biggest thing out of Australia, but the biggest thing in the world.
Look at this little white dude, man. He's dope.
Are joining alleged street gangs in Western Sydney. They're writing songs and posting online videos emulating
this is already fire
culture.
Never thought we'd be here today. 2 years ago, I was sitting in the cell, so I knew something had to change.
Gang,
shouts to the homie JEMZ.
Pacific Islander descent remain a priority of the New South Wales Police Force.
It's not. I just want to say real quick before we go on in this video. When I see them dudes, they make me happy. I respect their gangsters so much, but it also feels like they want more, and they're coming, and they're really realizing it. And they've worked with all sorts of artists. I mean, they are just so. I'm just shocked nobody from America has worked with them yet. Or no, I know Ferg has, but and I guess the Kid Laroi. I don't know if he's from Australia. I think he's from the U.S. So I'm glad they're getting that exposure. But like, if I'm a rapper, oh my god,
not what it sounds like, it's what it feels like.
It's never about the sound. It's always about the
what
feeling.
It feels.
All I knew is rapping about violence, but I didn't really know what was really waiting for me, and that was to become a real musician.
I'm like the J or the Drake in my city.
This is so cool.
They say they won't say that shit to me. I'm in downtown, all my brothers is with me. Shout out my boys from the 70s, shout out my boys from the 60s. They know what's in me.
Music's me now, that's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
Laroi sent me 4 tracks, and the first one we listened to was this, and we didn't listen to anything else. There was a music idea that Keanu started that he then sent to Fanatic and Zach. Then that sample was sent in a pack to Han. Him and Laroi made an idea, which was Leroy's vocal that you hear in the beginning, and that's where it ended. Laroi was like, I want to give this to ONEFOUR and let them do their thing on it.
Khaled had told me about the song, and he played it to me, and I was like, man, the boys got to hear this. We'll listen to it off the phone. Put it on.
This is one of the coolest behind-the-scenes things already. We're only a minute and 48 seconds in, and this is already one of the coolest behind-the-scenes thing I've ever seen. It's fantastic.
And you just see the energy in the room.
It was perfect.
I'm like the J or the Drake in my city. Where they say they won't say that shit to me.
I'm the J and the Drake in my city.
He's just stating it. That's crazy in itself.
I'm in downtown, all my brothers.
This sounds so.
Shout out my boys from the 70s, shout out my boys from the 60s.
And his Drake influence on this hook is that literally could be a Drake hook, but I do think the confidence of how he stated that, I'm like the J or the Drake in my city, or whatever he said, was so matter of fact. They're right. Like that statement, you're just like, oh, I'm paying attention.
60, they know what's in me.
70's us. 60, that's St. Mary's. One station down. Those are our brothers.
Just unifies everything.
Then he brings it back to 17.
Shout out my boys from the 17, they really know how I was living. Oh, what
It
a
fit
feeling.
perfectly for the situation, what was happening at the time.
Time when we were getting a bit of backlash from a lot of social media. People trying to blame us for certain things that were happening around us, stabbings, whatever you call it, shootings, because of our music and our brand.
I walk through the city, they treat me like God. We was 6 deep in that 5-seater car. I heard that they got a problem with me, told them cut on my my face, but they faking it fraud.
Full of excitement to get their emotions out. They wrote their verses so quickly because they just knew what to talk about.
James was writing his verse without no beat there.
I remember going on my phone, starting up messages on my story, ready to like reply to people, and my team around me was saying, just don't worry about it. We wouldn't have been the type of people to have to explain ourselves over the media, you know what I mean? It's gonna be like that. This is our perfect time to be able to speak our mind on how we feel about certain things happening around us.
Now they blaming ONEFOUR for all of the drillings. They blaming us for what happened in Sydney. They blaming us for what happened in Melbourne. They blaming us for what happened in Brizzy. Tell me who's with me, cause I ain't kidding, this shit been happening since back in the day.
Those of y'all that visit the channel often know that I usually do a fair amount of talking during it, but this is so captivating, man. This is awesome. I mean, it's a great way not only to advertise a video, but just to give you an insight to who they are. And it's so well shot and so quick, and all of the cinematography in this is just, it's absurd, man.
No one said nothing when she got knocked, but now everybody's got something to say. Get the f on my face. I ain't trying to lead these youngins astray, but stay in your place. If you got a problem, then come out and play. I'm making my paper, I stayed in my lane. They thought I would change for the money and fame. Everything that I'm doing, I do for the game. We already told you this shit ain't a game. Now stop playing, everyone knows that.
I'm like the J or the Drake in my city. What they say, they won't say that shit to me. I'm in downtown, all my brothers is with me. Shout out my boys from the 70s, shout out my boys from the 60s. They know what's in me. Shout out my boys from the 17, they really know how I was living. Oh, what a feeling.
The energy and the frustration of that song translates, because you can feel it.
That's the thing that stands out about Laroi and stands out about these guys, is they emote, like they're speaking from their guts, their heart, their soul, you know?
That's exactly right.
Told our story, we've always explained what's happening around us and what's happening to us. That's the only way we know how to.
For us guys is to help them facilitate a safe environment for them to be able to express themselves.
In the streets, you have your family, but then on the music side also, there's a family environment.
It's just been the same team from the beginning. No new friends.
It's like sitting down at a dinner table and asking them how their day was.
It's like a therapy session.
I got too much on my plate to be putting up with all the politics. For the critics, I don't have the tolerance, and for the pussy boys sucking and swallowing. Yeah, I hate when I'm speaking the truth, but I gotta acknowledge it. Yeah, they quick to point fingers, but someone please tell me, where did they all get their confidence? I ain't gonna take this shit no more. First class and I'm on that plane. Put O's on the map and they all complain. Telling the truth and they still complain. And I'm shooting clips cause they all want fame. But out on the strip, they ain't got no name. I don't give a f, I'ma cop that plane. I was raised on the street, I'ma stay this way. Cause the things I say, I'ma take to the grave.
Shooting their clips, now they all shooting their clips because they all want fame, but out on the strip they ain't got no name. Out on the strip they ain't got no names. I wake up every morning, bro, grateful to be in this position. This far in the last 18 months, we feel like we can take anything on now. I guess it's just come to that time where people just want to know exactly what's going on in our heads.
I want people to listen to this, to take it on board, and then really just learn from it.
You know, the musicality of the whole project.
This is a great song,
It's
man.
the life story.
Oh, fucking 1-4, brother.
The song is cold, man. If you ever heard the song, go ahead and listen to that. Do yourself a solid, man.
They blaming us for what happened to Melbourne. They blaming us for what happened to Brizzy. Tell me who's with me, cause I ain't kidding, this shit been happening since back in the day. No one said nothing with shit, but now everybody's got something to say.
That was fantastic, man. Shouts to ONEFOUR. Shouts to Kid Laroi. I'm listening to more Kid Laroi music tomorrow. I decided, I'm like, that kid sounds amazing. That's just a great song. Now I gotta keep it real with y'all because that's what I do. None but love. But I didn't like Spenny's verse as much as JEMZ off the top. I just felt like he got a little long-winded, and I don't know. I felt like that beat was so on that beat you had to punctuate a lot of your bars, and JEMZ does that really well. And so Spenny can kind of get run on sentencing, but overall that song is fantastic. That is the coolest behind the scenes that I've seen in a long time. So shouts to y'all for rocking with us. Shouts to all my Australian family. Shouts to the homie Johnny. Yo, man, do us a favor. If this is your first time here, if you enjoy watching this along with me, man, I drop videos every night. So come and watch more stuff with me. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I go by the name of Bo, man. I hope to see y'all out there. Hit me up on Instagram at Merrill Productions. We'll see you next time, man. Peace and love. Happy holidays.